Thank you, everybody that has joined and listening. This is Bill Dory here with Day Job Hacks. This is podcast number 4, and I have Farhan from Maxwave here, and he's going to give us some great insight on what's happening in the world over at Maxwave. How you doing, Farhan?
Doing great, Bill. How about yourself?
Doing good, doing good. Haven't seen you in a while. It's been a few years for sure.
It has been a couple years. It has.
Yeah. For those that don't know, me and Farhan used to work together over at 7ROI a few years back, and yeah, man, really good shit, really good guy to work with. And I'm really interested to see, what the last few years have done with you. You're over at Maxwave. That's an awesome thing. Did you kind of go right there from 7, or did you kind of step around, or what was your plan?
No, I didn't go straight there from 7. I went to another network, Redox Consulting. Great guys, Stefan Georgi. He wrote all the copy for Holy Land Health way back when. Made a killing off of that. So he's a copywriter. He owns the network. They consult with people and build out their offers. It's like a one-stop shop if you want to get your offer built. Worked there for about 6 or 7 months, and then met Anna. I mean, I've known Anna since I started in the space. We've always just been in the same circles. And then Anna Gita reached out as I was leaving Redox and offered me a position, and I always madly respected Anna and what she built with Maxwave and just the type of CEO and owner she was. She doesn't even act like a CEO, but she's the owner. But yeah, mad respected her, and she offered me a position, so I said, why not? And I could not be happier. It's a great place to be.
Awesome. How long have you been there now?
I'm still a newbie. It's only been about 3 months. Coming up on 4 soon, but about 3 months so far.
Nice. So are you doing more affiliate management? Are you into the biz dev scene? What's your role?
I'm an account manager, so it's not so much an affiliate manager. I do manage affiliates, but I also wear different hats. I do biz dev. I help Anna out with whatever she needs help with. We're all a team. We're all just a big family. No one's set in one particular role. If I'm available and I can go get an offer for someone or someone I know, I'll go do that and bring it in and bring it to Anna. And that's kind of how everyone works. It's just really meshed together really well. So
nice. That sounds like a good place to work for sure. So that's kind of probably interesting in a way too, because in some situations you may have an account that is an advertiser, let's say, and you're kind of dealing with their offers. But in another sense, sometimes that same advertiser may be running traffic as well. I don't know how often that may happen, but in a sense, you're going to get to manage the account from both angles. Yeah, so I guess I'm not super familiar. I've heard Maxwave. I've seen the name a million times. I've seen the logo everywhere. Give me a little bit of background. What focus does Maxwave have within the industry? Is it heavy into trials with dating, or sorry, not rather dating, but diet and Nutra? Is it more of a dating thing? Is there any special vertical that you guys kind of focus on?
I mean, we are a network essentially, but we don't really call ourselves a network. We do it all. But for the most part, I would say our bread and butter is Nutra, VSLs. That's kind of mainly what we focus on. A lot of native traffic. We have a lot of native partners, and most of the offers are, we have a bunch of private exclusives that we work really closely with our vendors on. And it's just great. And we pay all of our affiliates weekly, which some networks do, but a lot of people don't. We understand how important cash flow is. And then we have offices all over. I think we have 7 offices worldwide now, and about 7. And Anna's located in Romania. And then I'm in Vegas, obviously. And then we have Philippines and Mexico and all over Europe. And wow. I think an office in Florida as well. But yeah, for the most part, we mainly focus on Nutra, VSLs. And that's just what we optimize with the best. That's where most of our traffic comes from.
It's awesome you say that, because things we've been doing within Powerhouse Affiliate VSL-wise. Now, when you say Nutra, are we talking anything from diabetes, weight loss, memory boosting, those type of things as well? Awesome.
Exactly. So, yes, diabetes, herpes is a huge one right now. which is kind of funny, kind of alarming, but it's actually a huge vertical right now. That's doing really well for us. But yeah, weight loss, keto as well, etc. Definitely.
Nice. So I actually built a course recently, and it's available for purchase within Powerhouse Affiliate, and it's called Native Ads Auto Profit, and it's a complete guide to MGID and VSL products, Nutra in particular. And you know what's funny is I'm actually going to take a look, but I believe I may even be running some of your offers indirectly through Vault Media. Now that I'm thinking about it, I actually think I am, because I think you guys work pretty close with Joey Babineau, and it would be his account we'd be sending traffic through. So you guys, like you did mention Native. Now, do you still see a lot of guys crushing it with Native? Is there a source that's better? Like I do know if we're looking at, say, Outbrain, you're probably getting better quality traffic than you may be from like MGID per se. Right. What does that landscape look like?
For the most part, I'd say the best platforms for native are, you mentioned Outbrain, definitely Outbrain, Taboola. Taboola is a good one, and then Revcontent. And with us and Anna specifically, she has connections with, the people that run Outbrain and Revcontent and Taboola. So they're like our friends. So let's say you were running something and you couldn't get it approved on Taboola. You could just have Anna reach out to whoever her connection is there, and then we could get it approved. So that's why Native is working so well for us, because we have such close connections with everyone on those platforms.
Awesome. So we have connections with different people at different platforms. Like any big affiliate that's going to get into Native, we usually have a rep of some sort. And I guess built within our Native course, we also suggest that they get a representative as well. So this is also another thing we could talk about, is having, like, Powerhouses mainly consist of the training arm of affiliates. Like we train guys from scratch, how to get into affiliate marketing, the basics, testing, different platforms, everything. Now, we also have Vault Media as a CPA network, and it's really there as a formality. There's some great offers in there, but like that's not our brand. Like we're not all about the CPA side of things. So essentially, with the training we have and you guys having these VSL offers, it'd be great for some of our affiliates to kind of come through and maybe even work directly with you. We do help them to a degree, but you guys being the specialists with these offers and these VSL offers, it may even be better and it may be more beneficial to them if they have somebody to talk to from Maxwave indirectly. So
absolutely, that'd be an amazing partnership. So that's something we should discuss, definitely.
Yeah, well, again, like I'll send you some of the VSL stuff and you can take a peek. And literally all we're doing is running sugar balance. I can't remember the exact name of the weight loss one, it's flat belly, and the other one was the memory hack. Now, what I've been doing, and you may not know this because you guys are on the network side, not so much into what the affiliates may be doing, but I've also provided landing pages for each of these VSLs. And I do know the VSL video is going to sell itself. Usually you can direct link, but I've created like a simple page where it's just like, hey, you can watch this video, click yes or no, more or less. And it's kind of like a pre-qualifier. Now, some people have told me like, that's not a great thing to do. It's better if you just direct link. Others are saying it's good to use that page as a layer. Do you see affiliates using a landing page with your VSLs?
Yes and no. I've definitely had quite a few affiliates do exactly what you're saying instead of direct linking. So it depends on their traffic or where they're getting their traffic from. And as an affiliate, if you're experienced, you would know if your sources want a pre-lander, as you're saying. Like, it's not a pre-lander, but just like a pre-qualifier, like you said. That definitely helps instead of direct linking in some cases. And in some cases, it doesn't. I think it's a 50-50, to be honest with you.
Okay. Great. We have a lot of affiliates that aren't super in native as of yet. And if you're a brand new guy, like, last thing I want to do is tell you to go run Revcontent. It's not something you should start with. There's other platforms you should start with, like AdWords, Bing, I suggest. And the reason why is that it's easier to read your data when you're starting out, when you're testing. than to jump into something like Revcontent where you're burning $100 or plus a day and you're getting slammed with massive amounts of widgets and all this other craziness. So do you guys find there's been much success with your VSLs on search? Have you had a lot of guys doing well on search? And outside of search, has there been any other sources?
Outside of search, I mean, with search, it's how can I put it? It's definitely, it's a great source, I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of vendors or a lot of like our engineers, like we do our own internal media buying. So if we're doing that, we're not really so much gonna want other affiliates running search and being in competition with them, but we do have campaigns that do allow search, and Bing is killer, Google is killer. I mean, it's harder to get on Google than Bing, but definitely it does work. As far as other sources, I mean, there's always email. And then a lot of people are diving into the push and SMS sources now too. So I know things can get a little tricky with SMS. Not everyone's doing it compliantly. And I mean, I've known countless people that have been hit with huge fines regarding SMS, but it is a major traffic source that's like paving the way for the industry.
Nice. Yeah. Well, it's been here for a long time, and it's really mainly because of the guys, like you said, that have been abusing it. And I notice more and more you're starting to see offers opening up to SMS. So I think there is something there. And I think you're right. It is probably going to be one of the major traffic sources of the future, even more so as desktop dies off and we're moving more into mobile. And but yeah, so it's a good thing, I guess, that you know, I didn't even put two and two together as far as you guys being the ones that are sourcing the VSL offers that we've been bragging about now for the last 6 months. Like, it's all we've been talking about is VSLs. And we have, like I said, been running them with native. We've been running them internally with MGID, and we've also been running them with Revcontent. So yeah, I mean, like, there's been a lot of history on them, and we've been really pushing our affiliates to get on. I'm not sure. Again, I'll actually send you a copy of our course just so you can get an idea of what we're doing. But like, I literally take somebody from scratch and show them exactly what they need to do, how to test. There's 8 full documents that break down each step of the way. I also provide 3 full campaigns, 10 landing pages for each campaign, or sorry, 5 landing pages for each campaign. So 15 landing pages and 10 ads for each. So you get 30 ads. So it's literally plug and play, incredible. Ready to go. That's
incredible. Yeah. Are you there on the day-to-day? Maybe not so much the day-to-day, but are you like present, you know, walking them through it? There's a lot of like gurus and, you know, programs I see that people are doing these days. Everyone wants to be a guru these days. You know, everyone has an agency for something in the industry, a lot more than what I used to see when I started, you know, like 5 years ago. So are you involved in like the day-to-day and things like that? Or how would you?
Yeah, so exactly. Like Powerhouse Affiliate, I'm not sure how much, like we were involved a little bit when we worked together back at 7, but essentially we're literally bringing guys in and training them from scratch. This course that I'm talking about, you can't just buy it from us. We do sell it, but it's only for Powerhouse Affiliate members only. So of course, you know, if you buy the course, we have our support system. We have a ticketing system if anybody needs help. And we also have our forum, you know, where you can post, and other people have posted showing their success with these offers and the course itself. So yeah, you could definitely get full on support. We're not going to sell you something and kind of leave you to the dogs. And I guess one thing we've been doing is we've been really talking shit about gurus. We don't like gurus. And the reason why is it's created this unreal expectation of what affiliate marketing is supposed to be. And you have these guys come into our course and our training program and say, like, all right, I'm ready to make $1 million. I want my Lambo right now. And then when you show them, it's like, you got like a year of learning before you're even going to get a conversion, only because you work a full-time job and you can only do it part-time. But like, you got a lot to learn and there's a lot to do. And if you do it properly, you're going to make some life-changing money as you go. But, and again, they don't want that. They want to follow the guru they've seen on their Facebook feed that's going to feed them bullshit. And again, take their money. And I've explained that too, is like with our course that we have, I'm going to be honest, we made a shitload of money with VSL and native. Of course we have. That's how we know. That's why we know this works. That's why we're now giving it to our affiliates. We're not giving it to everybody because we don't want it to be saturated. But we made sure we made our money before we gave it to everybody else. And that's what people do. When you come across something that's killing it, you're not going to just sell it to the next guy. You're going to sell it to the next guy when you're done with it. And I mean, again, we're not selling some shit that doesn't work anymore that's completely burned out. You know, we've had our fun with it. And I think if you spy native ads whatsoever anywhere, the writing's on the wall that VSL just happens to be everywhere. So
yeah, I mean, VSL it's the future. I mean, a lot of millennials, you know, they're not going to sit there and read a TSL, you know, a long, you know, 10,000, 15,000 word copy. They just don't have the attention span for it. So that's why VSLs are, you know, changing the game right now for the most part. And essentially, like, dating's always going to be there, casino's always going to be there, but for Nutra, VSLs is the future, I would say. And I mean, it's here. It's what's happening. TSLs still work great for an older audience, but I mean, how many older people are on computers these days? Not too many.
no, it's so true. It's true. And I find the VSLs, they're good for, like, I find they work really well on Bing, and that for that reason, because there are a lot of old people that are still kicking around on Bing, and just a little bit of dramatic music can make a big difference than, you know, a static page. But another thing, like you said too, you know, with a lot of these, like, millennials don't want to read. They want, just tell me, just get to the point, make a video, tell me. I don't want to listen. I don't want to read. I want it now, right? And
exactly.
I find because of that, like even today, we actually had somebody sign up for Powerhouse Affiliate, and a vast majority of our training is video content. Like, we have case studies that are hours long, like 5-6 parts, 1 hour, 2 hours each, showing everything in video. But there's a lot of things in the beginning that are text. You go in, you're going to read this lesson. The reason why is the industry changes so friggin' fast. I could go ahead and make a video about Revcontent right now, or MGID or VSLs, and it could be obsolete by Friday. Great. That's pretty easy for me to go back through a text document and change what I need to change to keep it current, but it's really hard to edit a video. And yeah, so anyway, guy came in, he's like, look, he's like, this is completely unacceptable for 2019 that there's text in here and blah, blah, blah. And I refunded him. I was like, here, man, have your money. If you had looked around, you'd see those videos. But it just goes to show that that guy is exactly who you're talking about. They just don't have the patience. Like, it's not only inconvenient, it's completely unacceptable that you don't make a video.
Which is sad, but it's just the times we're living in.
Well, it's I know a lot of people are scared about where we're going with a lot of things, but I don't think it's something to be worried about. I think it's just something that we need to adapt to, and it's different, you know. People are on their phones all the time, you know. Everybody's complaining. They're like, oh, you go anywhere and everybody sits in a room on a phone. Well, that's only bad because we're comparing it to what we used to. You know, what we're used to prior to cell phones. You know what I mean? There's going to be a time where there's really nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? Like, we're just communicating in a different way. Yes, we're losing some other things, but like, the way I look at it, we have so many more benefits from having cell phones and being stuck on them all the time than we do for not having them at all. I'll take the benefits and the shift in our culture versus whatever. But yeah, no, this.
There's just so much more access, you know, on the internet, so much more at your fingertips. You know, like, why wouldn't you want a device that can literally do everything for you in your hand? Why would you not just have that in your hand the whole time? You know, like, I can go make my car payment on my phone right now versus driving all the way down to the car dealership or mailing it in or something like that. You know, why wouldn't you be on that device?
Exactly. Right. 100%. Another thing I want to ask you is, how was Affiliate World?
How was Affiliate World Barcelona? It was incredible. Very, very, very great conference. I think it was one of the best ones I've been to, honestly. Because, I mean, if you're going to travel that far, you know, everyone goes to ASE, everyone goes to ASW. And I'm not trash talking them. Those are great conventions as well, just like TNC. They're iconic. But, I mean, if you're going to travel that far, you know, to discuss your business, or like us discuss Maxwave. Granted, we have offices worldwide, but we definitely got a lot of business there, met a lot of new connections, and there's just people there that are, you know, there for the industry. It's not just, you know, like someone you're going to run into at ASW that you're never going to do business with. Everyone there is there to do business, make connections, and make money together, essentially. You know, there's no BSers. But it was a great conference for Maxweb, and I'm pretty sure everyone else had a great conference as well. Really incredible. Yeah, definitely.
So it seems like it sorts out the pose, not even so much the posers, but the douchebags, I guess, from the rest of the industry in a sense, because you're not going to go all the way to Barcelona to flex if you live in Nevada. It's pretty easy to stroll into affiliates, put the chain on, right?
Exactly. That's exactly those. You took the words right out of my mouth. 100%.
Right.
And there's just, we're so caught up, I think, in the US with how we do things here, that there's so many different avenues to the industry that you might have not even been aware of, or, different platforms people are using, different ways people are implementing pixels, just the whole 9 yards, that you wouldn't get from going to something like ASW or ASE. There's just a whole world of knowledge I got personally from Barcelona Affiliate World Europe than I ever got at, the conferences here.
So you said Barcelona and the same conference?
Affiliate World Europe was in Barcelona, yes.
It was in Barcelona, okay, I thought so. So is that the first international conference you've attended?
It has been for me personally. We might be doing, Anna's been to, she lives in Europe, as you know. She's been to quite a few. She's been to all the ones here. There's Bangkok coming up. I haven't been to that one. I've met a few people, and I know quite a few friends that have gone. I've heard mixed reviews about it, but I heard on one spectrum it's amazing, and then the other spectrum, I have friends that went that couldn't get any business. So might be doing that this year. I'm sure someone from Maxwell will be attending. We're always at one of them.
Of course. So was the layout, I guess the style of doing the conference different than what you would normally see in like ASE or ASW?
ASE is so big, like there's just, different floors that you go on in the Marriott. ASW, it's just one flat floor. It was kind of more similar to ASW, but it was bigger. It was more spaced out. You didn't have, like booths stacked on top of each other for the most part. And you had a chance to actually go around and communicate with everyone in a healthy manner versus just like walking into ASW and immediately feeling like you're getting attacked. It was just a better experience for me personally.
Yeah, and I mean, I know the mob mentality, even in Affiliate Summit East, like, it's just like you're shoulder to shoulder, and it's just like, hey, buddy, here's your card, and you hand that card off, and then they hand you a card, and that's it,
you don't
right?
really talk to anyone or anything like that. You don't really get to actually have a conversation and figure out, what this person's doing or how they can help you or how you can help them. It definitely wasn't like that at all. So yeah, definitely a lot different.
Did you find, was the English speaking that barrier where there's a lot of European languages there, or was like, how did you find that?
It was a mixture of both. It was a lot of English speaking. You didn't really I didn't personally run into any language barriers until I was like taking taxis or like going into restaurants and stuff like that outside of the summit. But inside the summit, everyone pretty much spoke English. You had a lot of European people there, a lot of Russian people there, just people from all over, but I didn't have any issues talking to anyone or understanding anyone within the summit quarters.
Yeah.
Anna speaks 4 different languages, so if by some chance I didn't understand something, she knew. So we were next to each other most of the time.
Yeah. Well, you can't really have that many offices and no one speak one language, so it's almost expected, right?
I was actually so surprised. We were going to an event. All the events were amazing, by the way. ABC put on a great one. Ad Buyers put on a great one. There wasn't really like an affiliate ball or anything like that per se, but the events themselves were really, really great. And you actually got to network. It wasn't just like loud music where you couldn't understand anyone or anything like that. You actually got to sit down and have conversations with people. But we were going to this event, and then we get in a taxi, and obviously it's a Spanish driver, and he doesn't really speak great English. I don't speak Spanish that well, and Anna just starts speaking Spanish. I'm just like, what? Like, you speak Spanish too? Like, I was so surprised.
That's awesome.
She's great.
So yeah,
I love
it sounds like it was a quite interesting conference from what I hear. Just a lot of people that I know that went first time, never been to that side of the world, even in Europe. So I was gonna say, did you notice a lot of because like I noticed like when you're in affiliate Summit East or West, you have the same companies that kind of dominate the sponsorships year to year. It's always the same big brands that are at the top. They're on the sponsor passes or everything like that. Did you find that they carried over into Europe as well, or did you find that there was some big dogs you hadn't even seen before?
There were definitely big dogs I hadn't seen before, because I mean, here at ASE or ASW, you know, you're going to have your W4s, you're going to have your A4Ds, you know, even Monster Ads, and those are all great networks, things like that. But you, like you said, you definitely see them pretty much every year, you know, doing the sponsorships and everything like that. Over there were companies that I never even heard of, you know, that were the big dogs. So getting a chance to meet them and, you know, just brush shoulders and talk to them, that was great for me. That was a great experience. So yeah, definitely different.
Yeah, most definitely. How was the food?
Food was great. That was one thing I was worried about, was like, you know, when you travel overseas or whatever, sometimes like food just has different things in it that can, like, you know, rip you apart. But everything was perfect. Everything was amazing. I didn't have any issues at all. Amazing food. Amazing food.
Yeah. So where was the event at? Was it like a hotel situation? Was it like, what was the venue?
It was, I want to say it was a hotel, but it didn't really look like a hotel. It was just it was at Portaferra, which I know there is a Portaferra hotel, and I did stay in that the last couple of days I was there. But I think it was just an event hall for the most part. Like, you walk in, and then as soon as you walk in, it's just Affiliate World Europe, you know? And it was big, it was massive. And there was an outside affiliate hangout space that was really cool. A lot of places, like a lot of conferences, don't have that. Like ASE, you want to go outside, you got to walk downstairs, go outside. There was, you know, no place for affiliates to hang out, grab a drink. If you smoke a cigarette, all within the conference in itself. And there's food and stuff like that. So I thought that was a really, really cool just add-on to a conference in general. You know, they had food trucks out there, everything like that. It was great.
Right. So it's like a villa.
Essentially, yeah. Like a little
That's
villa.
awesome. Nice. So are you going to Affiliate Summit East?
I am going to Affiliate Summit East. I will be representing Maxwave as always. I'm looking forward to it. And we had a booth at AWE. I mean, we won't have a booth this time around, but I'll have tons of goodies and all my business cards. I'll be making my rounds. Mainly trying to meet new people. I mean, it's always great to go to these conferences and see all your old friends and stuff like that, but you can't forget your main purpose. It's for new business, you know, and then obviously to enhance the business that you're already doing, of course. But I feel like that's an issue a lot of people have when they go to conferences. They just want to hang out with their friends, and you can't really do that. You need to branch out, you know. That's something like one of my mentors taught me way back when, is you're just hanging out with the same person I saw you with 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago, you're not doing your job.
Right. And that's the thing for me. Like when I used to go to the conferences, it was always on like somebody else's watch. I was working for a company, so when I get there, it's like, yeah, they're paying for everything I do right now. I need to perform. So it'd be interesting, I guess. I'm going to show up at a show here sooner or later. I mean, I was going to go this year with Joey. It just really wasn't in the cards with the launch of our new business and stuff. But no, I'd like to go sometime where I'm on my own watch. I can do what I want. And I mean, like, what am I going to find there? Like, as an affiliate, like, I get it for networks and stuff, whatever. But like, I know everybody in the industry for the most, and I shouldn't say everybody, but I know everybody in the Western North American side of things. You know what I mean? Like if I want an offer, I can hit up you, for example, or whatever else. So like as an affiliate, me going there, like what am I really benefiting other than maybe getting wined or dined, or like you kind of have your moments there. So like for me, I'd like to go again, just as myself, and just to kind of have fun and just kind of mingle and not have to worry about 400 pounds of business cards in my suitcase when I come home.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it helps to like what I plan on doing. I did it a little bit at AWE, but just getting a notebook and then like a piece of tape, and then taking a business card and taping it inside that notebook, and also like writing notes on it, because a lot of people write notes on business cards and stuff like that, which is okay. But for instance, I have a black business card, and I kept seeing people like trying to write on it, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like you can't write with a black pen on a black business card. And then obviously, yeah, like my job is to find people like you who obviously don't want to be there for the most part. But they're still great. The conferences are great. You definitely meet and make a lot of new business.
Well, one thing for me, and why I like to go to, I've been doing this for so long, and I've never gone to the trade shows for quite a while until I did. So I've made these relationships with 5 years, 6 years with some people and never laid eyes on them. So that was the nice part, isn't you get there and it's just like, it's not even awkward. It's not like you just met them. You've known them now forever. So it just kind of completes it.
Exactly.
Try writing a business card. This is one of my favorites I got from one of the shows, and it is metal.
Oh yeah, I've got a few of those.
There's a plug from
Fulfillment Lab, or what was it?
Yeah, it's Kimberly Hermanson. There you go. You get a free plug from Day Job Hacks, Kimberly. You're welcome.
Way to go, Kimberly.
She's actually awesome. She was really fun to hang out with when I met her out, and I think it was Vegas. I met her. Paris Hotel. Yeah, it was Vegas. All right. So yeah, man, this podcast has kind of been running along. We're kind of getting to the end. What I want to do next, if you got time, I want you to sell me on Maxwave. I want you to tell me how I can get a hold of you. When can I get paid? All kinds of good stuff like that.
Absolutely. So, I mean, a little bit of backstory about us is, for the most part, we're like one of the fastest growing affiliate networks in the industry. We have direct offers. We have some of the highest CPAs around. As you know, we specialize in straight sell, health, and VSLs. We have top offers in all categories. And most importantly is that like we're really, really flexible. We have 10 engineers on staff. Our team is always available at all hours of the day. So you're not waiting, like 3, 4, 5 days to get a pixel placed or an offer tested or anything like that. Even on the weekends, if you want to get your offer tested, there's always someone around. Just because we're always in so many different time zones, you will get help. Like our affiliate support staff is 24/7, and that's like our biggest key. For us, and things we try to focus on the most is flexibility, and just being able to like get you whatever you need whenever you need it, whether it's email swipes, new creatives, like I said, pixels placed, anything like that. We do pay out weekly, which again, that helps people actually scale instead of waiting, like a month, 2 months to get paid and things like that. And on top of that, we can actually pay some affiliates like you, for instance. If you were running with us, I'm sure we'd probably be paying you like 3 times a week. Depends on volume, obviously, but we can pay up to 2 times a week, up to 3 times a week, and that's how high it goes. So like, for instance, if you find an offer that's killing it and you want to scale, you don't have to wait, a month to get paid. You can keep scaling. If you're getting paid 3 times a week, you're going to take that money and invest it back into that offer and keep scaling. So yeah, I mean, that's my main pitch.
I've run into that too. Like, even with like other offers, you get to a point where like, yeah, like, you know what, like you're not broke, you're killing it, you're making $1,000 a day, but you're spending $1,000 a day. And if you're waiting even 7 days, spending $1,000 a day, you're fronting $7,000 at a time. So it does get hard. So that is a really huge benefit, that you can get paid and you can scale, because literally your campaign's bloodline really relies on how fast you can flip your money. So that's awesome. So what's your how can somebody get a hold of you? What should they do? Should they stand in the in the trade show floor at Affiliate Summit East and scream for Ron? Should they send you an email? Should they call you?
That does work. That does work. You can definitely do that at ASC if you want to do that, or just stand outside and hold out a sign. That works. No, you can reach me or anyone at maxweb.com. You can sign up there, and then we have our affiliate support staff Skype on there. My personal Skype is just my name, one word, Faran Gator. And then email as well, faran.gator@maxweb.com. Anna.gita@maxweb.com. Like I said, it's so easy to get in touch with us. You just go to maxweb.com. Someone will reach out to you in no time. Super easy. We're always present. We're always here. We're always flexible. So yeah, we try to make it as easy as possible for anyone to reach us or us to reach out to anyone else.
Yeah, and one thing we try to tell you, I mean, we got a variety of affiliates. We have guys that have been doing this for a very long time that are on par with me and Joey in some cases. We have other guys that are, getting up there. They're finally in super affiliate mode. Some of them are just kind of hitting affiliate mode, and then we have everybody else that's struggling to become a successful affiliate. So a lot of these guys, when they're trying to get into networks, they see it's like, what's your average monthly income? And they like, I don't know, but I better put 600,000 because otherwise I'm going to look like a chump. And I try to explain to everybody, and you could probably back me up on this. It doesn't matter. Everybody starts somewhere. So just be honest. Be honest in your applications. Not everybody's a superstar. And it's okay.
Absolutely. I mean, and with us, we treat, our small affiliates the same as we treat our big affiliates, because time and time again, and it would back me up on this, we've had people that came in that are making $100 a day, and for 5-6 months, and then a year later they're making 50, 100 grand a day, things like that. So it's key to treat everyone pretty much the same, and give everyone the attention they need and get them the things they need, versus just putting off the small guys because they're not making you all the money right now. We're all about the long term, and that's our secret sauce. I'd say it's just like our flexibility and treating everyone the same.
That's awesome. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for the podcast, Ron. I definitely appreciate it. And I'm certainly going to be a cheerleader for MaxWeb. We're going to get some of our affiliates on board. Our affiliates are already indirectly running your offers. They just don't know it through Vault. And again, because we don't really care about the CPA network side of things, it's no problem to hand them over. I would prefer in that sense, because again, with your team and your engineers and your staff and the clockwork, all the different offices, they're probably in better hands than they are with us with the offer side of things. So it only makes sense. Absolutely. Happy to work together. Again. Cool. All right. Well, thanks again, Faran. And we're going to call it a day. This is podcast number 4. And stay tuned, guys. There's going to be plenty more coming up. And I will always bring you somebody new from with the industry that can kind of give you a perspective other than the one we already have. And that's been our big thing, is we've been trying to bring in advertisers, affiliates, people that work for different traffic sources, affiliate networks. We want to give the full perspective of what affiliate marketing really is. So, all right, guys, take care and have a great day.